Hello, everyone. This is our awareness, our self-awareness exercise for the week of May 11th, or when you hear it and it resonates. Now, the self-awareness exercise starts with the contemplation card, and you're being asked to consider dreaming. Dreaming is an act of creation. Our most life-enhancing dreams are our highest minds or spirits speaking to us about potential and fulfillment for the kind of life that our personalities and egos have limited. So dream big, dream in technicolor, dream rich and full and affluent in all things. So, as you know, the contemplation card is meant to get you just reflecting on the idea of dreaming. What place has dreaming taken in your life? Do you allow yourself to dream? Do you dream big? What are your limitations? And do you think of dreaming as something that's productive, or do you think of it as a waste of time? Do you deliberately engage in dreaming? Do you ask yourself questions about what would expand your dreams? These are all different things to look at as possibilities for you. Now, the energy that you're being asked to embrace and embody goes along with the Why Not Who Says So card. Set yourself free from internal rules that say no, which is quite perfect when you're talking about dreaming as a possibility. Set yourself free from the external faces you imagine enforce these no's. Take note of what and who they are, but then say yes to yourself. Okay, now you're being asked to take this concept out into the world around you and apply it in as many different ways as you possibly can. So, angels everywhere. Today, imagine that everyone you meet is an angel sent to you by some benevolent force for your own good. Remember, everyone's an angel, no matter what they look or act like, say, do, or don't do. How does this affect how you behave towards them? How does it shift the dynamic, and what do you notice about your prejudices and prejudgments? So this I find really fascinating, because you're being told, look at the world basically in a new light. Whenever you find yourself coming up against something that you resist, or you judge, or you name in some kind, that you label in some kind of way that is derogatory or less than, it's a bit of a put down, say, well, wait a minute here. Maybe this person is actually spiritually more evolved than I am. What if I look at it that way? Then how does that shift not only my perception of them, but of myself? That's a really interesting thing to do. Now, I like this Why Not Who Says So card, because often when you get the middle card, the intentional attitude, you can see it connecting the two cards on either end. How does it connect to the dreaming card? Well, again, why not who says so? Who has limited your dreams? Ooh, my gosh, as I say that, automatically I wrote like a Rolodex of memory in my, Who was the naysayer in your life? Okay? Who was the one that said, get your head out of the clouds, get practical. You can't be an artist, you must, right? But also at the same time, when you're looking at, if you're taking the exercise, angels everywhere, and you're applying the energy of why not who says so? Well, what's the energy you're embodying? Basically, it's a personal power, and what you're being asked to look at is, as you're building this energy, it's a questioning energy. It's a who says why not? It really is about, well, why can't it be? If we relate this just very specifically to the exercise, well, who says there can't be angels everywhere? Who says that everybody here isn't spiritual, isn't divine, isn't playing out a role? Who says that? That's also something interesting to consider. I am going to leave you with that, because this, to me, is beautiful. You're going to come up with very different things based on what dreaming has been in your life, what you've been allowed to do, not do, the freedom you've given yourself to dream beyond whatever you've perceived as limitations. And it's also just really powerful to look at Who has defined your perception of what people should be and should not be? Who has influenced the way you were allowed in your own mind to look at people, to look at life? If this is talking about angels everywhere and it's asking you to consider that, for me, this is also Spirit talking to us about, take into account here the bigger picture of Earth, why we're here, why not, who says so? Oh my goodness, that can be institutions, governments, spiritual philosophies, dogmas, things like that. There's so many different ways this exercise could go, depending upon your history and your experiences. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to leave you with that. Again, I love it when I get comments from you people in the comment section about how this has affected you and insights that you've had and different takes on it. I love the different perceptions, because this really is meant to be something that just engages your own creativity, your own intuition about what works for you. I'm going to leave you with that now, and I will be in touch shortly about an upcoming live event. Take care, my very dear people, and have a great week. Take care.